We begin with the men's lightweight coxless 4, which means that the average weight of the crew must not exceed 70 kilos. The world champions, Dan, are in lane 3.
And those world champions are Great Britain, winners last year and winners in 1991. Very confident this year. They think that they've been together longer and that they're in very, very fine shape. They've got off well.
Closest to you in lane number 1, the Austrians, then Switzerland in lane 2, striking outfit, then Britain in 3, the Italians who took the silver 12 months ago in 4, the Australians in 5, and completing the lineup and furthest away from you in lane number 6, wearing the white hats, the United States of America.
United States certainly outsiders in this race, not a lot known about them, but the British crew are the same lineup as last year. Chris Bates at bow, Carl Smith at 2, Tom Kay at 3 and Toby Hessian at stroke. The Italians also out just beyond them, same crew, and the Swiss as well. So the 3 favourite crews in the middle are the same lineups as last year, and it's the Italians who've hit the front.
And the British feel pretty confident about this race, so I suppose that puts the pressure on the others to turn the screw or try to see them off as early as they can.
Well, it should put the pressure on the British as well. They were talking earlier on in the week that they had to decide whether they were going to win this from in front or win it from behind, but they knew that they could win it either way. That sort of talk is a bit dangerous. It means they're not frightened enough, perhaps, of the field. But at the moment, they're sitting in a good position in 3rd place.
The Italians well to the fore in this first quarter of the race. But here, Great Britain, plenty of experience in that boat. The 2 men in the bow, Christopher Bates and Carl Smith, both 30. The other 2, Thomas Kay and Toby Hessian, both 24 years of age. But a well-matched and now well-tried partnership, although, Dan, they're now just about 5th.
Yes, they're looking good, they're looking relaxed, but they could let these crews get too far ahead. The Italians are very strong, but over the far side there, the Americans are going extremely well.
I was going to say, Dan, I wouldn't take too much notice of that graphic that you just saw there. Quite clearly, the Australians were not first through the first 500 metres. It's the Americans and the Italians who are setting the early pace. And, of course, they've got the advantage now because they can react to whatever comes at them.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of wind on the course here, wind blowing onto their backs and throwing up the water a little bit. But Switzerland looking quite relaxed, quite loose there. The Americans moving constantly away there. They've got about 1/3 of a length, nearly half a length. They seem to be moving very well, but they could well be going too fast in this first 1,000 metres. On the other hand, the world champions, Britain, perhaps going a bit too slowly. They're going to have a lot of work to do now. They've got 2.5 lengths to make up to the United States, who are still moving away as they come up to the halfway point. Italy, well positioned there, just half a length down on the United States.
Indeed, the United States through the half distance in the lead. British getting a little worried, Dan?
Well, I think they are. There's Carl Smith, he always tends to look around a lot, but there's a little bit of a break-up in the stern of the 4. Tom Kay recovering rather quickly there, trying to push his stroke man on a bit. Not quite moving as fluently as they usually look, but they've given an awful lot away as they come up to, as they pass that 1,000-metre mark, and that's a lot for them to do, but they think that they can do it.
Well, the United States 1:28.48 for the first 500, 1:32.39. But quickest through that second quarter, Dan, the Italians 1:31.39.
Yes, the Italians rating nice and low. They're about 35 there, moving very well. A good shot of the United States. Very aggressive rowing there. They're really hitting those catches very, very hard, dealing with these conditions extremely well. And the United States don't usually put their crews together until quite late. They have a camp late in the spring, and they put their crews together then. But this crew heading the field, first race of the regatta, first final, and looking very good indeed.
Is the Italian quartet, Franco Cattaneo, Danilo Fracchelli, Sabino Bellomo, and at stroke, Alfredo Striani.
Looking very good. They're getting a good sit back and ascend into that headwind, moving very nicely around the turn. But it's still the Americans who've got half a length on them on the far side. They've got 500 to go.
Yes, and very quick through that quarter, down 1:32.11 for the Americans.
Great Britain way down. I mean, they seem not really to be able to move. Carl Smith again anxious, always looking around. but it's not working for them. They're a good length and a half down on the United States.
And just out of your picture, Dan, we ought to become aware of the Swiss quartet, because they are making progress. The British to the right of your screen, the Swiss not in your picture now at the moment, but they're on terms on the far side. Australia in the green and gold, they're just about fourth at the moment. The caption telling the story, and the Swiss really trying to put a little push in. The picture will unfold for us in the moment, but at the moment on the far side, it's Matthew Collins, Kane Larin, Steve Gantz and Jonathan Moss making the best of their way home, with Italy and Switzerland having a real battle as we go to the last 250.
Indeed, and the Americans really have gone out to grab hold of this race. They've gone out the way you have to go out in the final. They've taken it by the scruff of the neck, and they're holding on, looking very, very confident. They're pushing it up now to 40. And if anything, opening up. The Australians in the middle there trying to pull back on terms with the Italians, and now coming into the picture the Swiss. Swiss moving very, very well, moving on Italy, level with Italy, moving into second place, but will they catch the Americans?
Switzerland coming through now, the winners of the B final 12 months ago, but look at the improvement, they're really charging, and Switzerland gets second place, and if they'd started that a little earlier, they might have caught them, Dan.
What a wonderful run, though, by the United States, and the world champions, Great Britain, in a very sorry fifth position. Everything went wrong for them, but look at the pleasure there on the American boat. Brilliant, brilliant run for them.
Tactics really worked out there.
Yeah, they flew off the start. Nobody really knew about them out on the outside. Everybody was sort of tactically kind of watching each other in the middle of the race there. But it was the Americans, a third of a length from Switzerland and Italy for the bronze medal.
So there, clear confirmation, the Australians in fourth place. The first gold medal of the championships to the United States, who of course will host the next World Championships. What a good start for them. And Great Britain, a disappointing 5 seconds and a little bit more away. Well, congratulations to the American quartet, and also to the Swiss, Nikolai Kern, Marcus Foisy, Hubert Wagner and Reto Fieres.